the plan for tonight is we're going to review the Pawnee sounds again, and then we'll kind of go over this long word, see if anybody can pronounce it besides me, Zach, and Matt. I think Matt knows it. Kind of. Okay. So that's the plan today. And then Matt, we want Matt to kind of go over the game, which is back there. We'll put it up here. We'll go through it, and then we'll continue on with our lesson after that. So, questions? We made it. Me and Matt made it back. Me, Matt, and Gwen made it back. I missed last week. We were gone. So we're back.
We're really sitting in there waiting on it to come live.
Yeah. Yeah. I was almost a little out of this time. I had my own colors on. Okay, so I'll go over the sound. We got 2 boards now. All right, moving up, slowly moving up. I got 2 boards, so we'll go over these vowels right here. Okay, ready? I'll go over them first. I'll go over them first. Just repeat after me, and then I'll ask you guys. Everybody. A, E, Good. E, good. A, remember, you hit the stomach. Good. Everybody. Good. Questions on those? We'll go over maybe a couple more weeks, and then we won't have to keep going over them. So you guys getting good. You guys recognize them. Even whenever, if you say the wrong one, kind of catch your mistakes. So that's really good. You're catching your mistakes. On the consonants, any questions? Got E, got that tap, the, or the N sound if you want, or an L sound. We got ch and z. And then we got, that's one of the main ones. Those are the main 3 that kind of we have trouble with. Okay. Anybody? Matt put me on the spot, but I delivered whenever we was out there, man.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that word?
I butchered it, but I got close.
You're close. Anybody want to give it a shot?
Dashta, Kita we, Kita we Jaku.
Close. You're kind of putting that.
Oh, the Kita. No?
So I'll put some dots in here. Okay. Chaku. Everybody, chaku. Weechaku. Get the weechaku. Dog, get the weechaku. I gotta put an N sound right here. It's real easy to say. Nut dog, get the weechaku. Nut dog, get the weechaku. Is that going to go over the meaning?
Yeah, English dropstick game. What it literally translates to, I guess, is this first part here.
Here's the screen.
Oh, I got it. So remember, we're going over these words here. Remember what the word for this is? That gets good.
Good.
Talking about stick. You hear that first part right there? Means wood. Duck. Talking about wood. Daw is just multiple of them, I guess. Plural of them. So like sticks. Get the, or sometimes you say, or see, get the we. Maybe when we're talking about God or something. Do you hear this? Get the ku, right? Get the means on top or like above or something like that. Last part kind of means like strike or hit, I guess. Something like that. So you got wood striking on top. And if you kind of look back there, they're talking about hitting that rock right there. That wood on that rock. Wood strikes on top.
We'll listen to Nora
Yeah.
say it.
Anybody?
You can bring that up, Chris?
Yeah.
So did all the games originally have some kind of spiritual meaning to them? Associated with them?
Yeah, I mean, Matt question right there.
Actually, this one probably did, because I've seen references that when things were being done with the bundles,
Uh-huh.
women played this game.
Ah. Huh.
I don't know if it was like directly associated or if it was just like a coincidence.
On top?
We'll go, Nora Pratt, this is her topic.
Nakta kita wechako.
Get that with
Nakta kita wechako.
Yeah. Almost like a,
Let's go change that stuff.
you wanna change it?
Sounds like she's saying an in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, so that's what we're talking about, that R character. At the beginning of words, she likes to, almost all of her R words are like that, is gonna come out as the N sound. So with that case, we like to say that this R character, depending on the speaker, is gonna either come out as a D, or like a L sound, or an N sound. Like a D sound, L, or N.
Yeah, we don't think that's dialect. It's like Chase said, kind of person to person.
Yeah.
So however you want to say it, it's gonna be all
But
right.
good, you heard the N sound.
That's
I'll
it.
do it one more time.
Nakta kita wechako.
One more time.
Nakta kita wechako.
But there's no sound recording of
Yeah.
So this is the, like what Zach was talking about, that's what it's made up of.
Don't go there.
Okay, so like that, like Zach said, that R-E-K, that's our stick, just like deductus, I'm not sure if it's true, they're not worked though. So this is our kind of like our plural marker right here, our mini sticks, like Zach was talking about, like, oh, the sticks up there?
Right here.
Oh, okay. So there's 4 of them, right? And then that get the wheat is on top, and then that last part, the chuck, and then the hoos, that's like strikes. So the game is like you're striking it on that stick. So that's what it's literally talking about is yeah, drop stick game. So question on the word or the pronunciation, anything?
Did you say the top or the TAH was like mini?
Yeah.
The plural? The plural?
Yeah, it's this, but whenever you get into like the grammar part, this changes to like a T, but that's what it's originally is, right there, that TAH. We don't want to like confuse everybody with the plural, but good. Any other questions?
Maybe
Copy?
it's a little bit different. Might make
Copy.
sense.
Oh, exact same, right? A little different, then we'll turn it over to Matt, and if you could explain some of the rules.
So this might make a little more sense. That case, right, that stick right there here on that table, that's our word. And then this is our little part that has plural meaning right here. Duck. In English, it'd be like that, right? On sticks. So kind of just think of it like that.
Okay, and then Get the way, get the width.
Maybe different.
I want to use this one. Last part.
Oh, there's the stuff. So the plural is referring to the wood.
Yeah, to the wood,
Okay.
to the sticks.
Right, we have 4 right here.
I think I'm wrong.
4 little sticks. Kind of blend in a little bit to the table.
Yeah. So paint them up. The others that I made to take out to San Diego are painted different.
Let's get out that. Let's turn it over to me.
Yeah, so we'll turn it over to Matt, and then when the Matt's done, if you guys anybody wanna try it, I took out Matt in California. I'm gonna throw that out. One time. Kind of dusted him, you know, easy
That was
game.
the point, one first time.
And then,
Orange marker.
yeah, then we'll come back to us, and then we'll continue on with ours, so.
So,
Mike, are you good?
now, well, can everybody hear me? Okay. So, you can play this in groups or individually. It'd probably be more fun if you had more than one person playing it. But so this is set up like for 2 people, and you have 2 game pieces that start out here at the same spot, and then the players move in opposite directions. And each one of these little circles here is like a space. And so as long as you don't land in these parallel spots, which are called like creeks, you're fine. If you land in those, you have to go back and start over. If you land in these little circles, they're safe spots or camps. And so you land there, and then the other player comes along and lands on the same spot with you, you're fine. But outside of that area, if the other player lands on the same spot with you, you have to go back and start over. And so it's this constant game of sending each other back and forth to start over and things. And so you...
The objective being to come clear around the
Yeah,
circle.
go all the way around, and when you get back to round, you have to roll the exact number. You can't like be 3 out, roll a 6 and win. You have to roll a 3 to get in, or you have to roll a 4, whatever space it is. So to play, these are like dice, and there's essentially it's you have 3 designs, and then one that's separate, different from the others. And usually it's a blue color. So it doesn't really matter what the design is, it's just the color difference. So you have 4 sticks, and then like what the game was saying, you strike it on there, and then how they turn up after they hit tells you how many spots you go. So I've got the blue basically, unless you roll the blue and the one more, which is 2, you get to go again stick. So I got 1, that's the only one that showed up. So I get to go, I move 1 space and then I get to roll again. And okay, none of them showed up, so now it's 10 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I get to go again.
The blue showed up?
No, if they're all blank, you get to go again.
Okay.
So blue showed up. So 1, and I get to go again. This is my best. I'm sure. San Diego. Red, but with no blue showing, so it's just 1, and I'm done. So now the other player goes. You want to play?
Okay.
And took a
Round robin. And the loser draw. So 1, and you get to go again. This guy hides sticks too, so 10, you get to go again.
Just keep rolling 10s, Matt.
We should have teams like Zach's team and Matt's team.
It's 1.
There you go. There you go.
What you got on this guy?
Was I in there or here? You were here.
What kind of wood is that?
Because just 1, yeah, so
We
Yeah.
should know. It doesn't make any difference what color, it just only 1 showed up. right?
that's 1.
But if
That's 1, but you get to roll again.
Oh, okay. And when
That's
they're
2,
all,
and you get to roll again. That's just 2. See?
and if they're all colors, then you go 10.
No, if they're all
Or six.
So if they're all face down, you go to if they're all face up,
What are they made of, do
you
you
get to
know?
go 6.
We don't know why.
Yeah, we hadn't rolled that one yet, but all face up, you get to roll again, but you go 6.
Question. What the sticks made out of? What kind of wood? Or does it matter?
I think this is willow. It doesn't matter. I went out here, I had to make one for culture camp real quick because I forgot to bring it from home. I just went out here in the alley and found a small tree and cut it and drew those on there real quick. Yeah. 10.
What is it? Zach, tell us what, it's all,
It's cheating
they're all
again.
blank?
Yeah, they're
Yeah, all
blank.
blank.
All blank.
No designs on it.
One.
Just got one.
And I
Blue
see I
design.
landed in the creek. It's 1, but I landed in the creeks and I got to start over.
Oh,
You
gosh.
still get to go get.
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen any of that. That might be.
What?
This is like I was telling Taylor right when he come in. No, you. My aunt, just out of the blue, was saying that she remembered playing this as like a little girl. But she was saying that how the sticks landed in relation, like if they were crossed or something like that,
Wow.
it all depended on what you'd agreed upon. So that may be a case where it's like, I rolled a blue that put me in the creek, so do I get to roll again? I kind of think that I shouldn't, since you started over. So, go. I'm
Creek trumps blue.
I'm rolling 10s.
One. Just that.
What's up?
Blue.
Oh, it happened to be blue. But if it was any other color and just one, you'd still get one.
Yeah.
One
But
and
not
But
if
blue
you roll
ones you
it.
get to roll
Roll
again.
it. Yeah.
Also, we're playing this word up here.
6.
6 of them, so
This is what that name is.
showed up like that. And that one's a 6.
And I
And we
beat
should be
that.
saying these in Pawnee.
Austin, and I beat
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Wait, so when they're all up, how much is that?
6.
How does the math add together? Is that like,
Doesn't.
Old
I guess.
All 4 of them, all 4 of them face down was 10, so.
Austin.
Nebraska Day, man.
6.
Oh, no, one. One and don't roll again.
All right, here it comes. 2.
2 and don't roll.
Go. Now I'm back into my San Diego play.
Come on. 1.
Roll again.
1. Same one.
One at a time.
Ah,
He's
just
gonna win it.
time. 2. Small ball, playing small ball.
2.
That one's 2. But I don't get the roll, you know.
No, because you're in the creek.
Oh, dang, 1.
Yeah, you're starting all over. So, once you get in the creek, you gotta start over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start off.
So
Those
this,
little parallel lines.
the game can go
Okay.
quick. Like when we played it, I think I started over once, you started over once, and then he won. But I've seen some of the kids play it, and they just constantly are starting over, and they, to the point where they're like,
Again, really?
and then I've seen them play where, my son did it once, he just rolled all the way, went right in. And won, he's like, this is easy. It all depends upon what you roll. So, that's sticks.
Yeah.
So only 2 people.
No.
No, we play in groups.
Multiple, yeah. You have like teams, like Zach could have had a team, and Matt could have a team.
When,
Take turns on the team.
when the kids play, I generally try to get them in groups, and then I like kind of make them let each other have a turn to throw. And it's funny because you'll watch them and they, you know, they start getting competitive. See, my son, his favorite move is to go. And then I've seen other kids go, oh, bam, you know, and they try to really crazy, but you have to hit the rock. So like hitting it on the table, that doesn't count.
But do you get another turn if you do
Well,
that?
that ought to be something that's agreed upon in the
Yeah,
game.
that's
If you miss the rock, you
Rule
lose your turn
decision.
or something, yeah. So, but that's it.
Cultural committee decision.
Now,
Yeah.
here's where the interesting part goes. So I've seen the actual games at the Chicago Film Museum. The difference is that the rock up there had a design carved into it in the top of it. And I don't know if that meant something or something. The other one is that the board is different. The board has 8 spaces over here and 8 spaces over here. And when I read, so this would be interesting, like to talk to Aunt Cheryl or somebody else that remembers playing it, is that when I read the anthropologist talking about it, he compared this to the Kiowa game. And I knew the Kiowa game. So this is a Kiowa board. And I knew how it went. So I can compare ours to theirs and kind of figure it out. But like looking at our board game or our board, I don't know how you would play.
Well, were there no spaces on the other two sides?
Just parallel to each other. So I don't know if they just naturally just went over to the other side, or I don't know how they did it. So that would be an interesting thing to bring up and like talk around and try to figure out old stories or something. But I see references to it being played, but nobody ever talks about the details. So that's why I was really excited about it. She's saying that depending on how the sticks laid, depends on how your scoring was. Yeah, so if anybody wants to try it out, now's your chance.
Yeah. Buddy?
Stage fright.
We'll let you stay the champ.
All right. All right. You want me to.
One game.
I want to take
West Coast champ.
So you made that, Matt? You made that?
Well, you said it used to be deer hide?
Yeah, I want to say it's deer hide. I know it's leather. Like I was telling Zach, I saw it, I got all excited because I knew what it was, and I didn't even pay attention to like, well, what's it made out of or anything like that. So, and they have all the pieces are all like different locations. The board is out on display in the gallery, and then the stone and the sticks are all up in storage. They don't even have them together. So, yeah, that's what I thought too. It was like, here's a perfect example for that you could have kids, interacting and playing with it, but I didn't look at it that way.
Well, the next Pawnee Nation Fun Day should be all Indian games.
Double ball.
Have them learn them by then.
Been working on that.
Yeah. I'm putting together a team up here.
Yeah, okay. So we're gonna go over some numbers today because of this. If you were to play, you could say you could count. That's what we were doing over there. It was counting Pawnee.
How many?
Yeah, it was counting how many spaces in Pawnee. And then our after the break activity, when we were getting the plurals. So that's why we wanted to do some numbers too. So numbers is what we're doing today. Anybody know their numbers? Kinda? All right, me and Zach do. Hopefully. We'll see. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so number one of the very first one. Usku.
Usku.
Everybody, Usku.
Usku.
And then you're gonna notice these question marks up here. We're unsure. We're unsure, and we'll kind of tell you. Yeah, we'll talk about it. So, everybody, Usku.
Usku.
Close to. Do you remember the Rickroll one? Yeah. You say
I think it's like
or Rickroll.
HE sound.
Usku.
So we have the Usku. A lot of them are similar.
Yeah,
Real similar. Number two.
Bitku.
Bitku. Bitku. Bitku.
Bitku.
Careful. We'll just say that. Careful with that word. Bitku. Bitku. Yeah. Make sure you throw that middle T in there. Bitku.
I missed it one time and sent it out to the whole employees.
Good one.
Yeah, don't put this T back here, called P. You leave it in the middle of the word, so. Everybody, fit good. Fit good. Okay, so this next one, can you write up there with the dots? Yeah. We need to get this orange marker out of here.
Haters.
Hurts my eyes.
Never works when you need it.
Cut that.
Never delivers on the big stage, so I don't know. Okay.
It's getting hard
So
in
this
here.
one, we like to put these dots above it because we've heard it both ways. We've heard it throw it, we've heard it thaw it. It's not a South Bend or Skeety, it's kind of like a preference we found out. In many of the recordings that we've seen, little slight just to whoever is speaking, so I think I say throw it, Zach says thaw it, but either way's right, so throw it,
Throw it.
or thaw it. Whatever you're more comfortable with. Three. Okay, KSK. Everybody see that? Or make it a little bit bigger. KSK. It's a weird sound. It's like a. So everybody say X. X. So it's that. Just take that F part off. That's what we're doing. Skeetix. Skeetix. So this one you're gonna. Yeah. But you're most likely just going to hear this as skeetix, which with the regular S. I keep what are saying now? That board's throwing me off. I'm right here. Okay, so you're most likely just going to hear this S-K-I, skeetix. The more you study Pawnee, the more you hear Pawnee, you'll eventually hear this K. Zach and I will both kind of pronounce it with this K at the beginning. Skeetix. Skeetix. So everybody try that? Skeetix.
Skeetix.
Yes, Zach's going to explain it. Okay, next one? This one?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do this one. Okay, number 5, South Bend, Sihooks. Sihooks.
Sihooks.
Also heard it, Sihooks. No difference, so. Okay?
Well,
See,
usually the SI is the Skeety difference, isn't it? Or is it the other way?
Okay, so
Often, you know what I mean? Often
yeah.
it'll be the other way.
we'll talk about this. So Zach and I growing up, oh, that was for the, this and the A, like the E with the little top. Yeah. That's usually the.
So it's kind of like you see like SK, skeety. So that's how you say kind of is.
Yeah.
We have A sound, South Bend, E sound,
Yeah.
skeety.
Oh, so
This one's a little bit
it only
different here.
changes from the A.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
These are kind of one of those
Yeah.
1%ers that
Yeah.
is the exception, I guess.
So Zach and I, we were on the top this one, growing up in high school, just Sihooks. That's what we've known. It wasn't until we started researching the language, we started putting this together that we found the skeety equivalent. You don't really hear this anymore. Sihooks. 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 So, it's a slight little difference. Okay. Usku,
Usku.
Pitku,
Pitku.
Dowit,
Dowit.
Skeetix,
Skeetix.
Sihooks,
Sihooks.
Sihooks. Okay. Number 6. Okay, again, KSK at the beginning, so I'll put some dots in here. So remember that C is a what sound? Yeah, someone ready to say it. Soffit. Everybody say that? Soffit. Soffit. Skit soffit. So it's like kick, but you're kind of putting a, yeah. Skit soffit. Most likely again, you're gonna just hear the skick soffits, but there's a little KS, and Zach will explain that right now.
So the reason why Tay and I are kind of, I get adamant, I guess, about kind of putting this sound in here is it has meaning. There's meaning associated with this sound here. And does anyone know the Pawnee word for this right here? Hand. Iksu. Good. Okay, good. And that's what that meaning is right there. Ix. They just dropped this sound off though. And so that's kind of why we're adamant about kind of putting that sound in there, because it has this meaning up here that Tay kind of capitalized and highlighted. Skick soffits. So we have that, this last meaning here. Oppits means on the other side. So on the other side, if we're counting usku, pikku, dawat, skitits, sivits. We got a figure right on the other side now, other hand. That's what it's talking about. It's on the other hand. And I think we changed it.
Yeah, we
On the
haven't
other
changed
hand
it
now.
Yeah. My computer went down, but I fixed it up.
Taylor,
Right there.
is it like how you do a real soft T? Or do you do your K like that?
Like that first K? Or like
Yeah,
any
the
of
first
them?
K.
Yeah,
First K.
yeah, just subtle, just real subtle there. It was like the best way we kind of found out is if you say X and you shake that L.
Okay.
Yeah, it's real odd because we
don't have that in English.
don't talk like that in English, right? We don't start words like that. That's why it's real odd. It just takes a little bit of time. Yeah, but practice.
Okay, you do it. Skip sockets.
Skid sock.
Okay.
Skid sock.
I'll put it right. Yeah. Oh, God. I'll put it right there. Where should I put it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so here's our sockets. Everybody, sockets.
Sockets.
6 sockets.
6 sockets.
6 sockets.
6 sockets.
Pitku 6 sockets.
Pitku
6 sockets. Pitku 6 sockets.
Pitku 6 sockets.
Okay, so what do you see in there?
2.
Good. Good. Oh, that's it right there. Okay. So you got your captain, you got your 5, you got 2 over here. Pitku, so you got 2 on the other hand. Pitku 6 sockets. Yeah, that's all we're at. So what would 8 be? If you could guess.
The week.
Go ahead. We're going to drop a little bit, but close. Stoic sockets. Stoic sockets. Or you could say Stoic sockets. Either one. Stoic sockets. Okay, good.
How
So-
about the sick was dropped?
And
Yeah.
this one. Okay, so right here, I don't know if you can see this, the big goose. That's kind of like the archaic word for 2. We only, now we do just Bitcoin, right? But there's a lot of instances that we'll get these numbers that have this bit goose in it. So that's what it was, and then that K went into here, went to the 3 Doic sockets.
Oh, okay.
Doic sockets. Doic sockets or Doic sockets. So again, our counting, right? You got 3 on this other hand. Then we're going to jump into 10 real quick. We're going to jump into 10. We'll go back to 9. Okay. South Bend, DeHook City.
DeHook City.
DeHook City.
DeHook City.
One more time. DeHook City.
DeHook City.
And like we were telling you that Skeety will contract the word, I guess. So South Bands usually say cannot. These guys can say can't. So this is what they're doing. They're just contracting. Okay, yeah, they're just contracting it. Duke City.
DeHook City.
Duke City. Hook City. The Hook City. Again, growing up, we were just taught the South End one. Yeah. Oh man, this one. Okay, jump back up to number 9. So, do you guys remember us telling you the chicken story, right?
Yeah.
Father, tikutaka. That's that word right there. But it switches to a W. Don't worry about that. That's that word. Almost did. Remember he said, I almost fell off. That chicken said, I almost fell off. So we got the Hook City.
The Hook City.
Water.
Water.
The Hook City water.
The Hook City water.
And then Duke City water.
Hook City water.
Nearly 10, almost 10. It's your first one, number 9. My old football number, if you guys are interested. Up there at Memorial Stadium. That's the number 9 you see up there. That's. Okay. The Hook City water.
The Hook City water.
Duke City water.
Hook City water.
The Hook City.
The Hook City.
Duke City.
Hook City.
Okay. Oh, we just went over that one too. All right.
Oh, good, yeah, good.
Uskuhukita. Uskuhukita. And we just went over this word, this back part. Kita on top, right? Kita wichaku on top. So we have 1. So you got your 10, you got 1 on top for 11. Everybody say that? Uskuhukita. Good. And then again, I'll show you when we get to 12. Yeah, we've been going with this back one right here, but just like we're talking about, there's that S that goes with Bitcoin, an older form of Pawnee, but we drop it at. So we always just go with this one right here. Bitcoin City. Bitcoin City. A little easier to say than Bitcoin City. A little easier to say Bitcoin City. You ever tell you that one? I don't think. Yeah, we're still working on it. We'll just say that. We're still working on it.
They told us
But-
before it was just 2 more.
Yeah, that's what we're leaning towards.
It was 2 more.
So we definitely know 2's in there. Bitcoin. Oh, let me get to 13. Anybody remember 13? Okay. Close. Dawid.
No T.
Yeah. Dawid. I think we have it in here. Find it real quick. But we'll get into 20 and we'll get into our dialogue. Okay. Okay, so we got our number 10 right here. The Hook City, everybody. The Hook City.
The Hook City.
We got Dawid Hook City.
Dawid Hook City.
Then we got our 10 for Skeety, Duke City.
Duke City.
Dawid Hook City.
Dawid Hook City.
Basically 3 and 10. So we got our number 3 right here and our number 10 right here. 13. Dawid Hook City. Dawid Hook City.
Dawid Hook City.
Again, yes. Okay. Number 14. Rakuketa.
Dakukita.
Rakuketa.
Dakukita.
Rakuketa. Again, we got something on top. On top. I don't know what we're doing right here. Some suggestions. I mean, we have some theories, I guess. We're unsure.
But we don't know why they don't just use 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's something with these number 7s.
Well, there's some concept behind the whole thing, on top and all that. So we don't know
Yeah.
what that was.
I mean, 4. God, 4. Right? Because, yeah, 16 is a weird number too. And all of the numbers with 4 are different. I don't know if it's because they're sacred number 4 is, you know? And then 16 is a really, we have no idea what's going on here. Because you got 4
Yeah.
fours,
Fours.
you know? So I don't know. But we'll get back up here. Daku Keta.
Daku keta or daku keta?
I would say Daku Keta, but we've heard it both ways. Daku Keta, Daku Keta. Both ways is fine. Daru Keta. Alright, Daru Keta, sorry. Daru Keta. Sehuk Daru Keta. Sehuk Daru Keta. So we got 5 now. We got 5 on top. Right? So we're counting. Pitcher goes, six sockets, pitcher, 6 sockets, going sockets, hoopsie, water, hoopsie, Asku, Kita, Pitu, city, Kawera, hoopsie, Daku, Kita. Now we got Sihuk, Daku, Kita. 5 of them on top. Okay. 16. Again, we're lost on this. Yeah, it has that KS at the beginning. Sadowi. Yeah, we've heard it. Sadowi as well. That's a little easier to say, but Dowi. Everybody. Dowi. Sadowi. 16. So that's a tough word to tell. Sadowi. Either one. Yeah, it has something to do with the hand because of that KS at the beginning. But yeah, so I'm glad you said that. So last year when we met with the Rickeross, Zach and I got to talk with some of their language people, and we asked them about their numbers, but their 16 was way different. A lot of their numbers were out of order what we have.
But they make sense.
Yeah, but they made sense. But when we asked them, hey, what's that meaning behind those numbers? The 2 people we asked, they said they didn't know that that wasn't even a question they thought of to ask. So, I don't know. I thought about that. Okay. Your turn. 20? Yeah. Okay. We're starting at 20. Beat down. Beat down. So what I'm doing in this last part is I'm blending in this A and U right here, making an ow sound. I don't have to, I can say beat down, same word. I like to blend these in. Beat down. You might know what beat down means?
Man.
Without looking right there. Beat down for man. So a person, right, normally has 20 digits. Someone might have 4 fingers, I don't know, 4 toes, 6 toes, I don't know. Yeah. Most common is we got 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 20. So that's our number system. That's what it's based on. It's one full person, one full man. English is based off of tens. Yeah, 10, 20. Ours is based off of 20s. Little different concept than English. Everybody, beat down.
Beat down.
Okay, so these 3 numbers right here are going to correlate to this one. Dawit Kaki. Dawit Kaki means kind of like no, 3 less than 20. Dawit Kaki. Bitku Kaki. Asku Kaki. Beat down. Good. Yeah, same thing, archaic, bit goose kaki. That's what we're talking about. Well, we see these a lot of numbers I don't know when that switch happened. I don't know. The stuff that we read, it just says kind of like an archaic form. So I don't know when that was. Some of them have OBS beside it, obsolete. That was in the early 1900s.
Yeah.
So don't tell them when that was already rolling out, you know. Okay, I'm gonna throw out some numbers. Throw out some numbers. Rakuketa. Rakuketa. Anybody? 14, good. Dawit sockets. Dawit sockets. 8, yeah. Askuhuketa. 11, good. 3, good. 9, good. Bitkuhusity. Bitkuhusity, good, Jamie. 12. Sarawi.
16.
16, good. Bitkukaki.
18.
18, good. Dawakaki.
17.
Good. Askukaki.
19.
Good. 19 is an important number. When we get into months. We'll get into months sometime soon. My birthday. Let's plant that seed right now. I'm 19, so you guys will, you know, by December, you guys will know that, yeah. Okay. Sketics. Sketics.
Four.
Good. Sucks.
5.
Good. And what? Sucks. What means?
South Bend. Oh, no.
Oh, country's right there. You get better at that.
I get better at cheating.
Usku.
1.
Yeah. 13. Good, Jamie. My star back there. Double Hoop City. Dawakaki.
17.
17, good. We always get people in our class with that. They always say, for some reason I just say, Dawakaki is 19. Askukaki is 17. Always, there's always someone in there. So. Beat out. 20. Good, good, good. Questions on 1 through 20?
Cocky.
Questions on 1 through 20? Okay, I'll give you, what time is it? No, 30. No, I'll give you that.
Oh, I thought you were asking me.
No. We'll go over this little dialogue. Okay. So this is one you still hear a lot. Even before Zach and I started teaching, we would hear this a lot. But we've heard it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I'll go over these and then Zach's gonna write how it was always taught. And it's like it's a combination of these two. It's really weird, but okay. Getski. Anyway, Getski. Getski. So that's our what quantity, how much. You should at the store. If you go to the store, a lot of people remember that. You're gonna buy something. Getski. I've always heard it like this. Getski. No, Getski. Yeah. So I'll get into it right now. So this is what Zach and I were always taught. Getski, which is like a combination of Skeety and South Bend. Getski.
Oh, maybe we didn't know you.
Yeah, maybe we just honor you guys. I don't know, couldn't hear it, but that's what I always remember. Getski. So
Yeah.
Getski.
Get
Wait. Getski with Getski with What time is it? So it literally means how much, kind of like, how much is it right now? How much is it? Talking about time. What time is it? So, Gwen, this is what we're talking about with the, you can see the difference right here. You got the A in South Bend, you got the E in Skeety. A, E, N, I. So Skeety, get ski with
Get ski with
we get ski with
Get ski with
What time is it? What time is it? Whenever Zach and I were working on those elder videos, Bill and Rachel Eves were talking, and they were doing their interview. It was over, and they were just talking amongst themselves, and realized they actually said that. Get ski with you. Get ski with you. It's just with the video, it was 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Then the camera shut off, but right there that was just natural Pawnee talk. They were just talking to each other. Okay. Wait, what number do you want to put in there? Easy one?
Sure.
Usku? Usku, okay. Wait, Usku. Wait, Usku. So you guys remember what that D is? It is. Good. Okay. And then this way is talking about right now. At this moment, it is 1 o'clock. So everybody, wait, Usku. Wait, Usku. Good. So if you want to be more specific, wait, Sihooks. Wait, Sihooks.
We say hooks.
Good, it is 5 o'clock. That's somewhere.
Yeah, I'm glad to tell you about that. Asked you, what does that mean, become this smart up? So just last week now, or the last couple weeks, we're going over this, remember? Kitty Kitty. So I want you to notice that meaning still here, in the green. And then we're just going to switch out our question word. Kitty K. What question? Gets K. How much question? Really the only thing that's changing, right? Just this word here. And we're adding way or we in there. And all that means is like right now or like at this moment in time. Make sense? Mm-hmm. Good.
Pretty good. So if I was asking you, get scared with you, what's your answer?
With the,
With the over it. Okay, 5 minute break and then we'll come back at 7:30 or a little bit after 7:30. So we'll take a 5-minute break. One more time. Kitty kitty. Good. Kitty kitty. Good. Kitty kitty, something, kitty kitty, skitty. So I just said both. Kitty kitty.
Tirakis.
Good. Tirakis. Kitty kitty.
Tirakis.
Kitty kitty. Good. T-Cupits. Kitty kitty.
Tipa pitches.
Good. Pa pitches pa. Everybody. Pa. Pa pitches pa.
Pa pitches paha.
Pa pitches pa. Good. Karukiriki. What am I saying? Good. Is it a rock? Right? So I said, what is it? Tikiriki. Now I'm asking you, is it a rock? Karukiriki. Good. We got the ahu tikiriki or how tikiriki. Yes, it is a rock. Karudakis. Good. Ahu tirakis. How tirakis. Karudupits. Good. Ahu tidupits. Yes, ahu or how. Yes, it is recorded. Ahu tidupits. How tidupits. Kadu Papitches. Oh, God. Kadu Papitches spot. Good. Ahu Papitches spot. How Papitches spot. Good. Okay, everybody still with me? Kadu Ruckus. Good, we got there. Several answers, but they're all right, right? So I'm saying, what am I asking you?
Is it a stick?
A stick, good. Kadu Ruckus, is it a stick? Kaki Tigriti or Kaki Ruckus? Tigriti, however you want to answer, that's all right. Oh, how we had a set pattern? We had a set pattern in class. Okay, what is that in? Kaki Tigriti. Kadu Dupits. Kadu Dupits.
Toki Tirakas.
Good. Kaki Tirakas. Kadu Papitches spot. Kadu Papitches spot.
Titupets.
Good. Kaki Titupits. Right, no. It is a quarter. So asking me if it was a penny. Kadu Kriti. Kadu Kriti. Good. Kaki Papitches spot. Good. So we're comfortable with that one, right? We're comfortable with the singular. Out. Kinda. Yeah.
Go over these real quick. Okay, so we had duplets. Duplets. Means quarter, kind of came from that. Kind of say 2 bits on top of it. Duplets.
Duplets.
Next one seems kind of tough word for about. Gariki.
Kariki.
Gariki.
Bitki.
Bitki.
Gariki.
Gariki.
Rock or stone. So, yeah, applies to all of those. Duckus.
Duckus.
Duckus. Sometimes we hear duckies. Either way. Stick, twig. And then last one. Real tough word for penny. Long one. Papitches spot.
Papitches Pahat.
So we got Pahat.
Pahat.
Just Pahat.
Just Pahat.
Papitches Pahat.
Papitches Pahat.
So we know, probably heard that before. Papitches in there. Money. Kind of comes from that. To begin, I guess, originally we're talking about coin money. So that's kind of how things made up. Papitches Pahat. Make a little more sense now.
Mm-hmm.
Can you spell Papitches?
Papitches, yeah.
Yeah. So exactly right, Papitches. So that's our money. So if I had like $5, six Papitches. Papitches, six, however you want to say it, $5.
This is already getting into numbers.
Yeah.
You don't relate.
Is there a word for like dime and nickel?
Yeah. Papitches. Yeah. Yeah. Since you said that, South Bend, data sets. Data sets.
Data sets.
10 cents, good. Data sets.
Data sets.
South Bend, ski, data sets.
Data sets.
Data sets. Data sets. Same thing. Partisans. And then partisans. So, Shockman, partisans, ski, partisans. So it's like an H sound. We can write that up there if you guys want.
Am I good with these? Am I right?
So everybody, stupid. Order. Kadiki. Rock.
I'll leave the money one.
rock or stone. So if you see Gilbert beard around, give him the dicky. Get stones. Say that to him next time you see him. Next time you play, he's still water. Give him the dicky.
Give you water.
Give the dicky instead he wants. Nice. Hopefully he's listening. Hopefully he's tuned in right now. You don't know that's his name, but we're going to give him that name. And then, bond is that trying to say 5 cents? So that's, again, same thing, trying to say 5 cents. What we got that Pawnee it up, I guess. I don't know, Pawneeize it. Bodicits, nickel. E-L-L-E.
Yeah, I think, no,
Yeah, we wrote it, we spelled it right in Pawnee. Yeah. But we got it right. Yeah, one of them's a coin, one of them's a material.
or one of them's British English and the other's American English.
With gray, the color gray. You don't know if it's EY or AY.
Yeah.
But we spell it right in Pawnee, so. Yeah, that's the most important.
However you want to do
Yeah, however you want to write it. You just want to draw this. You just want to draw this nickel right here. Bodicits.
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 So dime, datasits. Datasits. Dedasits. Bodicits. Bodicits.
Bodicits.
Two bits. Bobitches,
Bitches behind.
and bobitches.
So the Pawnee, is that like the dollar bills?
Yes, yes.
And then you just put the number on it, like 1, 5,
Yeah,
10?
so you put it in the front or the back, but we usually like to put it in the front. So you got the Hook City Bobitches, $10. The Hook City Water Bobitches, $9. Beat out Bobitches, which is 20. What about throw it key Bobitches?
$17.
Yeah, $17.
Okay, so it doesn't mean coins and or bills, just bills.
Is it money in general?
I thought it was
The
money.
money in general. It used to refer, like back in the day when it first came about, it was coin. Because like this word right here is our metal. Like right here, metal, red. That's originally what it was. Then we started getting dollar bills, and now it goes into our paper money.
And then it confuse y'all even more. Pretty sure it's talking about that it's shiny,
Yeah.
because our word for lightning has that.
Oh, it's like
So you're
the
just describing what it looks
reflection
like.
or
Yeah.
shiny, yeah.
We'll get there,
Yeah, we'll get there. Okay, back to where we were going. Here we go, he's on that tangent. Okay.
I said, you want to explain?
We have a whole deal about
The
what.
difference between nickel and dime is half or anything?
We do.
Nickel is half of a dime or something?
Copy, so yeah, I'll explain it real quick. So like we said, we're trying to, here, data sets. Pawnee pronunciation of 10 cents. Trying to say 10 cents, data sets. Right here, we're trying to say 5 cents, data sets. We don't have an F in our language. Closest we can get is a E here. Data sets, 5 cents. That's what we're trying to say. So, that's the English word.
Yeah, same with the quarter. Remember, we're trying to say 2 bits, the old school trader talk. I don't know when that was relevant. 2 bits. When it comes to quarter, 2 bits. Yeah, sling those bells. I don't know. We're gonna rack your eyes. I don't know. 2 bits. Okay, continue on. Okay. Like 2 rocks. Off the outsiders.
going.
We might as well do it if we know these words. Okay.
I got players, but you gotta get your Pawnee right.
So bring your coins now.
I gotta get home.
Okay. So we got Gator. Oh. Okay. We got Gator. What is it? One thing. Gator. What is it? So now we're going to get into our dual. Same word, Gator, which I had to sit. Gator. I'll make that a different color real quick. Yeah. So we got Gator, singular, and we got two of them. Gator. Okay, so we have right, It is a rock. Now we got two of them. City Kiriki. Everybody, City Kiriki. Good. So now we got two of them. Make sense? So that's going to color code them. That red right there, Sid, that's our talking about two. Not three or more. Don't get in there yet. Just two. Because in English, it just goes from singular to all of them. What are they? It could be two of them. It could be a bunch of them. That's in English. In Pawnee, we have singular, Tikiriki, and we got dual, which is two, City, and we got plural. But we won't get into that today. We'll get into that next week. We want to make sure you guys understand this concept first. Okay, ready? Kirikesiru. Good. City Kiriki. Everybody, City Kiriki. Kirikesiru. Good. Kirikesiru. Good. City Ruckus. Everybody, City Ruckus. Kirikesiru. Good. Kirikesiru. Yeah, those were that. Kirikesiru. Good. City Dupits. Everybody, City Dupits.
City Dupits.
City Dupits. Yeah, like a dude. Yeah. Dupits. Yeah. City Dupits. Kirikesiru.
Kirikesiru.
Good. Kirikesiru. We'll do South Bend first.
What are they? Nickels?
Dimes.
Dimes? Okay.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Can't even see it.
Data sets. City data sets.
City.
CD. Kirikesiru. Data sets. Data sets. Everybody. Data sets.
Data sets.
Data sets.
Data sets.
Data sets.
Data.
Data sets. City data sets. City data sets. Good. You guys asked for them terms, some extra terms, so I'm going to invite you guys now. Okay, Nichols. E-L. Or L-E. However you want to spell it. Kitty City. We'll do South Bend first. Kitty City. Good. City Protestants. Everybody, City Protestants.
City Protestants.
City Protestants. Good. Kirikisu. We're right there. We got 50 moccasins. Okay. Kirikisiri. Good. City for pitches for.
City for pitches bahat.
City for pitches for. Good. Okay. Let's start from the beginning. No, I already did it. Kadu first. Okay. Remember, Kadu Kidiki, right, isn't a rock. Kadu Kidiki. Right? Ahu Kidiki. How Kidiki. Now I got two of them. Sig Kadu.
City.
Same word, Kadu. You're going to have that sit in front of it, right? Because it's two of them. This stuff in the red.
City Karu.
Is our two months, our
Sikaru.
dual one. Sikaru Kiriki.
Sikaru
Everybody.
Kariki.
Sikaru Kiriki.
Sikaru Kariki.
Sikaru Kiriki.
Sikaru Kariki.
Are they two rocks? Okay. So remember I was saying Kadu Kiriki isn't a rock. Because it's just one thing. So now I gotta add that sit in front of it, like we put up there. Yeah. Sikaru. Good. Almost like a long Sikaru. Sikaru Kiriki. Are they rocks? Are they
Sikaru
rocks?
Kariki.
How? Good. Matt said, Alu, Siti Kiriki. Yes, they are rocks. They too are rocks. So right here. Everybody, Alu. How? Siti Kiriki. Everybody follow me so far?
Yeah.
Not yet? Okay. Well, we go back. So do you remember the one? Kadu Kiriki. Is it a rock? And you're saying, Ahu Ti Kiriki. Yes, it is a rock. So now we got two of them. So that's what we're going to, the stuff in the red right here?
No.
That's what we're going to add. Ahu Siti Rock Kiriki. Yes, they are rocks. How? Siti Kiriki. Yes, they are rocks. That's what I got right here. So if I say, Sikaru Rakis. Good. Everybody hear that? Go back. Good. How? Siti Rakis. Ahu Siti Rakis. Good. It's alright. It's alright if your brain hurts. It's alright if you guys are getting confused. Got the whole script. Oh, dang. The reason got confused. Oh, stuck in the chair. Yeah. Okay. Sikaru duplets. Sikaru duplets.
Sikaru Dupits.
Good. We're following along. Ahu, Siti duplets.
Ahu City Dupits.
Yes, they are quarters, basically. They are 2 quarters. Okay. We have it down. Remember, South Bend, data sets. Ski, data sets. Good. Sikaru, data sets. Good. We got there. I'll do it in Skeety. Sikaru Edisits. No. Good. House. City Edisits. Okay. South Bend, Bodisits. Everybody, Bodisits.
Bodisits.
Skeety, Bodisits. Okay. Sikaru Bodisits.
City Bodisits.
Good. Skeety, Sikaru Bodisits. House, City, Bodisits. Good. Last one. Last one. Sikaru Bodisits Spot. Bitches, but everybody, bitches, super. Yeah, you have a little bit too much. Everybody, bitches, but city, bitches, but good. Oh, Sikaru, bitches, but. Good. Deep breath. Okay. But you guys are learning. I stayed in the
Practice in between.
yeah. It's alright if your brain hurts. Be happy if this isn't a college class. They did this to our college class. But they eventually got it. But now you guys are recognizing a question, a singular question, and now like tonight we busted out the dual question. When I say dual, I mean two, right? I'm dueling with that. But the old school swords, it's two. And then when we get into plurals, that's three or more. We'll get into that next week. So we'll review this again. So I'm gonna go singular with this diamond nickel. Okay. Kirikiru. Good. Kirikiru. Good. Kirikiru. Good. Kirikiru.
We can't see no more.
Oh,
Data sets. Good. Data sets.
That's all I could think of. I was like, that's not right.
Kirikiru.
People.
Good. Deep Odysseys. Last one. Deep. Oh, okay. Kirikiru. Good. Wasn't this the cost of that horse that Hermes?
Yes.
That horse that Hermes back in the day, one penny.
Oh, I gotta go.
Okay, brains are hurt, that's all right, we're learning Pawnee. I said all those questions in Pawnee, you guys are understanding them. Next week we'll get into a little bit more. Next week we'll get into a little bit more numbers too. We'll get into a little bit more how to do with numbers. Then my birthday, since you guys want to know my birthday. All right, questions?
I got one.
Questions?
When I ask you, what is it? How should I have asked you that in Pawnee?
Kitty.
Kiru.
Yeah, kitty, that's, what is it? See, is that, what is it? Kitty. Yeah. Whatever it is. Good, good question. Any other questions?
It's good to hear it.
If you're just asking what, is it K?
Go.
Go.
K-A. Go. That's another, we hear that a lot still.
Go.
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 Kind of like a what, or like a huh?
Go.
Zach's in the other room, yells my name, go. No, what, huh? He's saying something, I ain't paying attention, go. You know, like, I ain't even paying attention to him. Not always. No, you don't listen to him. Any other questions? Kaki, all right. Anything?
Just this one little thing, I kind of color coded, according to that up there.
Put my book away.
No, it's good, just explain something real quick. So I just kind of want you all to understand that Sikaru, this is just the part we're changing, that would be changing in English. So papichaspaha means pennies, right? Unlike English, we don't add plurals on things. We don't say pennies.
It's in the verb.
Yeah, that's right. So this is what we're changing here. They, what are they? Are they? Same way down here, the way we're answering. They are pennies. They are pennies. Or pennies. To make it make sense in English, we have to add pennies, right? In Pawnee, it stays the same though. We don't add, yeah, we don't add this, right?
Oh,
Not
actually,
in
that
Pawnee,
makes
we don't add
sense.
that. So, does that help a little bit? Make a little more sense? This is kind of all only thing we're changing right here is they too in this word.
Good, I'm glad Zach brought that up. It's in the verb, not on the actual noun. We hear this a lot, talking about people, when a Johnny stock is there, when a God eats there, they'll put that S in the end. You don't do that, but we tend to do that, we tend to do that. Yeah. That's a good point. Now, okay,
Escuchar it.